Hi everybody, in this video I'll be going over the PowerPoint 2B Office for the web. So I've already downloaded my start files, so I'm going to upload the 2B Office for the web into Office Online. And so let's get started. When you open it up for the first time, notice that there are already 6 slides here. And let's move on to step 3. So for step 3, it tells us to click on slide number 6. And then we're going to select the fireworks picture. The first thing we're going to do here is to just adjust the picture style. So up on your picture style group here, what I'm going to do is to select the soft edge oval. So I need to click on this little down arrow or your more button. And then look for the oval shape. There are a few, but this one here is the one with a soft edge. So I'm going to click on that. Notice that it kind of crops it to an oval shape or circular shape, and the edges are a lot softer. It's not just a hard outline around it. Next, we're going to select the title, which is Get Ready to Celebrate. And then from here, I'll go up to my Home tab. And then I'll click my font arrow button, or my font color arrow button. And let's see, it says under theme colors in your 6 columns, select the second color. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The second one is orange accent 2, lighter 80%. For step 5, let's move on to clicking slide number 3. This is an example of a smart art graphic. What I'm going to do is to go up to my Insert tab right now, and then let's insert a text box. And so from here, after I click my text box button, I'm going to click once just at the top of this slide in the white area here. I'm going to click once, and then I'm going to type in schedule of events. Now up on my Shape tab, in my Arrange group, I'm going to click my Align button. And then I want to do an align top, just so that the border of our text box is aligned to the very top of our slide. And then for step 6, what we're going to do is to select Schedule of Events. Let's change the font size to Arial. Okay, if you don't see it there, you might have to click your Office fonts and scroll down. For me, I like to just start typing it in, and then I'll find the one that I want. Okay, also the font size needs to be changed. And so the font size here is going to be 66. And then it also says to drag the right handle so that it is on one line. So just keep dragging it until Schedule of Events is only on one line. Next, up in my Shape tab, still with Schedule of Events selected, I'm going to do an Align Center. So in my Arrange group, I'll click my Align button and then Align Center. And so you should notice that it had adjusted it just a little bit there. Once we've done that, we can go ahead and move on to step number 7. So for step 7, we are going to click on slide 5, and it says to select the first shape of the smart art. So the first shape is the one on the top left. So I'm going to click once. Notice that there is a rectangle border around it now. And then it says to type in my text pane. So I'm going to click one more time. Notice that on the left here, now I have this box appear. This is my text pane. So in the first bullet, I'm going to click once, and then I'll type in Susan Aikman. And then it says to select Shift Enter. So I'm going to hold down Shift on my keyboard, and while holding down Shift, I'm going to press my Enter key. So below her name, I'm going to type in United States. And then I'm going to click once on the second bullet. So this one is going to be Jose Mercado. I'll do another Shift Enter. I'll type in Mexico. I'm going to click at that third bullet. I'll type in Marcel Lewis, do a Shift Enter, and then I'll type in Canada. Once you do that, you can close out this mini text pane and notice that all of their names as well as their countries appeared. Now moving on to step 8, we're going to go back to slide 3. It says to select the Smart Art graphic. So what you can do to select it is to just move your cursor anywhere over this. For me, I'm going to click in the Canada box. After I click on the Canada box, I'm going to click once on the border around the entire Smart Art graphic. And then what I need to do, it says on your Smart Art tab, in your Smart Art Styles group, we're going to click on Change Colors. So for here, we're going to look in the Colorful section, and we're going to choose Colorful Range Accent Colors 3 to 4. So under Colorful, this is the third option. Okay. And you'll notice that it just took a few seconds for it to change, but each of those rows now has specific colors. Let's go back up to our Smart Art tab now, and then now in our Smart Art Styles group, I'm going to go ahead and click my More button here, and then it says in your first row to click the 5th option, which is the Intense Effect. So when you click this Intense Effect, you'll notice a quick change to the effect of this. Okay, so let's take a look at step number 10, which is the final step here before we save and upload. On slide number 4, it says to click anywhere in the bulleted list. We're going to select everything starting from week 1 all the way down to the bottom. And then we're going to do a Control-X keyboard shortcut. You can also use the cut option in your clipboard group. And then now up on our Insert tab, in our Illustration group, we're going to click on Smart Art. And so be very careful with the one that you select. It does say to select the vertical list. And so what I'm going to do is to just put my cursor over each of them until I see vertical list. And here's the vertical bullet list. So once that's entered, in the left side in our text pane, I'm going to do a Control-V keyboard shortcut to insert what we had cut. Okay, and then it says to position your insertion point in the first blank, first level bullet. And then we're going to type week 4. So after we had pasted that in, notice that it comes up in our slide. The first blank bulleted item is this one here. I'm going to type in week 4. I'll press enter. I'm then going to go ahead and type in 25% food and beverage discount. And then if you take a look at it, after you type that out, it says on your SmartArt tab, in the Create Graphic group, which is on the very top left, we're going to click on that Demote button. Notice that it applies an indented bulleted item to that. And finally, it says to delete any extra bullets. So I'm just going to delete those extra ones. I'll close out my text pane, and then I'll do a file, create a copy, download a copy, and then we can upload this into my lab.